Alrighty guys, welcome on back to some more Echoes of Aincrad. Last episode, we finished up the base game, learning how our team formed their own guild, the Order of the Cherry Blossom, whose goal is, I guess, to protect Aincrad instead of clear the floors. Not too sure, still a little muddy on that part, but with us completing the main game, it is time to hop into the post game because there is a good amount of stuff for us to cover. But before that, if you guys do like this video and the series, make sure to hit that subscribe button. It'll really help me out, and I'll make sure you don't miss the upcoming videos. With all that out of the way, let's get into it. So, we are here on the home screen because as soon as we launch into our completed save file, there's actually no indicator right here. As you'll notice, like, this is my very first character from the prologue. There's no visual indicator saying we've beaten the game yet, but as soon as we launch in, we'll get a cutscene. So, have to start from here this time around. And here we go. This actually might show us a scene you guys don't typically see. I think I've talked about it, but your character typically wakes up in their bed in an inn whenever you reload the game. I think it's going to throw us straight into a cutscene, though.
The equilibrium at the heart of this world has begun to collapse. The god of death's resurrection must be stopped, or all life will be lost. The end grows near from the dark depths.
Well, this is the wake-up scene, but we're waking up in darkness right now. Oh, no. There we go. Looks like we just had a strange dream. The equilibrium's thrown off, huh? Let's go ahead and head on down to the first floor, see if any of our friends had a similar vision.
Hey, you made it! Gotta say, you took your time. It sounds like some weird stuff's going down.
I had that nightmare this morning. Did you have it too? I thought so.
Muso and I had it too. Maybe it only happened to those holding the brooch.
That's my understanding as well. I went to the teleport gate plaza to try and clear my head and bumped into Iori and Muso doing the same thing.
Figured I'd drink the night away because I sure wasn't getting back to sleep after that. Anyway, we weren't alone.
There was some commotion because the basement door at the Black Iron Palace opened.
Couldn't you open it before? It didn't seem interesting, so I never even went near it.
There were some prerequisites keeping it locked. Nobody managed to figure them out during the beta, I guess.
That sounds awesome! It's gotta lead to a dungeon, right? What are we standing around here for?
Hold your horses, Ash. Weren't you listening?
I got the gist. It didn't open, and now it does. It's not that complicated.
But that's not all. The one who reported the door had been opened, they're gone. People were trying to open it from the start, but nobody had managed it until now.
Tons of them were giving it a shot down there. Funny to watch at first, but it got old real quick. We tried our luck too, but no dice. Ended up coming back here.
Wait, isn't it probably just a hoax?
Maybe, but still, I'm curious. Why else would so many have the same dream at the same time? And why now? The crowd has probably died down by this point. Why don't we go to the Black Iron Palace and check it out? Maybe it's even connected to the Swordsman of Salvation quest.
Yeah, you know what it's all about. All right, I'm going in.
Wait, Sash! Please slow down!
Ah, kids. Always full of energy. Now, what's the harm? Let's go see what the fuss is all about.
Ugh, fine.
Okay, I'll go on ahead as well. You just woke up, so get your bearings and join us at the Black Iron Palace when you're ready.
What are you doing here, Lara? Well, I heard about what Zash heard. Door wouldn't open. Now it does. Looks like all of our friends are here. We have Elizabeth and Silica, Agil in his usual spot. And then Klein, Kirito, Asuna, and Argo. Did they say anything?
Really now? If that's true, we've hit the intel mother lode. I'd love to verify it with my own two eyes. So if you ever go on the quest in the area, take me with you.
I mean, probably not, Argo, but you were very useful earlier. One thing I want to check real quick. Oh, it will not let me access my chest. I wanted to see if Lara was a party member now, since she seems to think she's the center of attention. But here we are. I do want to make one quick check, because they're... Dang it. I just want to see if Wiseman's alive, man. Ooh, look at that. Oh, is this the door that's going to be opened? Oh, Black Iron Palace. No. Ah, here it is. Down to the basement we go. Hey, we're the only ones down here, guys. Do you think we should be poking around?
Oh, we're over here.
We wanted to wait for you to get here. Hurry up and give it a try, would you?
Don't tell me. You got here first and it wouldn't open for you, right?
Well, yeah.
I haven't tried yet either, but since we're all here, would you mind giving it a go?
Whoa! It actually opened!
Well, I'll be damned.
What should we do?
We're going in.
Oh, yeah, we are.
Right!
You can't be serious!
How do you get below the first floor of Aincrad? This kind of just looks like the
Damn,
floor dungeons.
what is this place?
It feels familiar.
You're right. It's a lot like the labyrinth, but the air here feels colder. It reminds me of a sanctuary.
Yeah, you're right. This place is really something else. It oozes the Swordsman of Salvation questline, but we've gone far enough for now. Don't plan on taking a dirt nap just because we got sloppy.
Agreed.
What's interesting is some of these characters are in their, like, non-battle attire. The most obvious one is Muso, but I think they all look slightly different. Maybe not Zash. Lara doesn't even have a chest plate on. Oh. What's down? I don't even see a door. What are we going for here? I thought this was just broken textures. No, that's how it's supposed to look. This weird gate thing looks important.
This place scares me.
You're right. There's like this weird, overbearing pressure.
Yeah, the vibes here are all off.
Hey! We're not actually going in unprepared, are we?
You're right. We should turn back for now. Let's learn as much as we can about it before we come back. We can ask around and get a sense of what we're dealing with.
Good call.
An NPC shakedown, huh? Sounds good to me.
And I'll have a look through any written documents I can find.
Thanks, everyone. I'm going to look inside.
Wait, what the hell?
I won't go all the way in. I just want to peek. It'd be better than having us all rush in blindly, don't you think?
I agree. Knowing what lies ahead would make me feel a bit better. But you do realize it's probably a trap, right?
I appreciate the concern, but I've been doing this for a while now, and I don't get the sense that it's rigged. Besides, I won't be going it alone. You'll come with me, right?
Sending in the most experienced party members, huh? Makes sense to me. Just don't push it, okay?
It's a promise. We're just gonna take a quick look. Let me know when you're ready to head in.
Just a quick look. Okay. Brought me back. Just a quick peek. Let's go ahead. I just want to confirm. Okay, it is just Iori. Then if that's the case, let me restock my items. You know, I didn't even use my cool potion I was going to use during the final boss. Let me go back to my chest. I'm just curious if... Okay. You know, it actually expanded, but Lara isn't there. And then let me... Did I get any level ups? I did not. Let me make sure my items are still good. I can't remember exactly what we used during the boss fight. Seems like we are perfectly fine. Because we are using Iori, though, I did say I would do this eventually. Let's hop over to our smithy and upgrade.
So what can I do you for?
And we're just going to give Iori's weapon here, the Avuldig Ande. Going to give it a couple of tempered steels here. Get it up to level 20. Takes 4. That's not that bad. Just so Iori does a little bit more damage. I don't know if we're going to be doing like a ton of fighting in here, but I do just want to be safe just in case. Our cardinal rank also didn't increase. That was something I talked about, wondering if it would at the end of the game, going into post-game, but has not changed at all. So here we go, the Underground. It is a dungeon quest. The sealed door in the basement of the Black Iron Palace has suddenly opened. The party, wondering if it has anything to do with the Swordsman of Salvation quest, heads inside. Let's do it. We are required to use Iori here. Totally fine with me. We upgraded her. Don't think I can do anything past that. I was trying to remember if, like, there was anything different with our party members. We've just used Aegil for so long.
Thanks for waiting. And thanks for coming with me. It could be dangerous, but I think it'll be okay with you there. We turn right back if anything happens, okay? Let's take it slow.
We don't have to do this at all, Iori. If we're not full sending it, we can just back out now. This is not needed. Wait, real quick. Did this not activate? Why? I guess we... Oh, you know what's interesting? This is where we ended, but they didn't actually throw a checkpoint down. Oh, I guess they couldn't, though. It's probably some weird coding thing, since we were technically still in the overworld, like in a hub area. So it would, like, conflict since we weren't in a mission, so you couldn't actually heal and all that. Yeah, probably just some coding stuff. But here we are. One thing we're going to notice right off the bat. Oh, well, we have a boss fight right off the bat. This is the thing. Are you sure you don't want to turn around? We're at the boss already. This is the thing you'll notice right off the bat if it lets us fight it. We can just turn around now. We don't need to come up here. It's probably just another ill fang. They really like giving us ill fangs on the other side of these doors. Can I peek in? I don't see anybody. That's not Ilfang. The Tezca Death Wielder. And probably not the God of Death. You might also notice the the enemy's level is 67, meaning we are in fact above level 60. It actually, wait, does she want me to fight it or not? She said we can't possibly defeat this, but like, I don't actually think it's doing that much damage to me. Oh, nope, never mind. There we go.
Come on, we need to get out.
Yuri, I think we could have taken that actually. We were doing a ton of damage to it.
Are you for real? That's what you both saw?
Yeah. And there was nothing we could do.
If Fiori's description is anything to go by, then it sounds like we found the boss from our dream. It's gotta be connected to the Swordsman of Salvation quest.
Yeah, I agree. Not to mention, I don't think that space is the real basement of the Black Iron Palace.
What do you mean?
Well, I did as much reading as I could on the place, but all I found were records saying the basement was a jail used to imprison criminals. Somehow that door is connected to a totally unrelated area. Triggered, I think, by the Swordsman of Salvation quest. I think that space is actually a sanctuary, located somewhere far away.
Wait, so we gotta beat that thing? It's not like a secret super boss or something?
There is hope, I think. Look at this.
The brooch? What about it?
You see it too, right? At some point, its shape changed slightly.
Oh, damn! I hadn't even noticed!
It's a minor change. But it feels like we can make use of it somehow.
To give us some kind of buff effect, maybe. Like a jewel.
You might be onto something. Your room's closest. Head upstairs and check your chest for us, would you? Might be able to access more systems now.
Oh, is it just like the cherry blossom that appeared on top? I actually don't know what this new feature would be. Your equipment tab in the chest has been unlocked. That's what it is. Okay. Gemstones. So keystones. Gemstones with mysterious powers. Insert them into the sacred tree brooch from the chest screen to imbue your character with various bonuses. You can obtain keystones by clearing warped dungeons, which will level up according to the highest difficulty cleared. So, essentially, these are now in our equipment and costumes. We can go to our sacred tree brooch and equip these keystones. We obviously don't have any right now, but these are essentially buffs to our characters very similar to the EX mods there. You can change them out and give yourself different buffs. I actually did know that these existed in the game. I just completely forgot. Like, I know what it's about to unlock here in a second, but I forgot that the keystones, I had no idea what they did, but I forgot they were in it.
Keystone?
So if we upgrade this, we might be able to defeat that boss.
Nice work, Zaj.
No sweat. Let's hurry and find some more. So, where do we start?
Shame you couldn't figure out that much. Why not just pick some dungeons at random? Without me, of course.
Randomly? Other dungeon?
That's it! If the quest's entryway at the Black Iron Palace connects to somewhere else, then the same might also be true of the dungeons we've already been to. The entrances are probably now linked to different dungeons.
I see. And the keystone might be in there.
Well, well, sounds like a plan's coming together.
Hell yeah! So we're splitting up, right? I'm raring to go.
Yeah. Let's collect those keystones and beat that boss.
You accepted several Augite-related side quests, and Warped Dungeons have been added to your list of available quests. Warped Dungeons. These are special dungeons warped by the power of the Sacred Tree Brooch. Yes, you can finally see that that third symbol next to the quests does in fact have a purpose. It's just in the postgame. They differ from the usual dungeons in the following ways. The dungeon quest will automatically fail, and you'll be sent back to town if you are incapacitated 4 times. In death game mode, obviously, if you're incapacitated once, you die. You cannot rest in safe areas. You have to do it all in one go with your healing items. Completing the dungeon will reward you with keystones or improvements to your character. Essentially, you get randomly rolled keystones that you can use to upgrade your character, but they are temporarily as long as you have it equipped. The warped dungeons contain gift pillars, a special mechanic that allows you to trade spheres for various buffs or HP. The buffs will last for the entire dungeon quest. However, if the barriers in front of the gift pillars are broken, they can no longer be used for that floor. Essentially, think of like temporary buffs in roguelikes. Very similar concept. And finally, spheres are dropped by enemies in warped dungeons, but they cannot be taken out of the dungeons and will be lost upon exit. Warped dungeons where keystones can be obtained have different difficulty levels. The higher the dungeon level, the higher the difficulty. Don't worry, dungeon levels can be selected when accepting your quest before heading out. Keystones in your possession will level up according to the dungeon's level of the dungeons you've cleared. I don't quite know what the spheres are. Are these just these? Right? Okay, yeah, so the spheres themselves can't be used outside the dungeon. They're gone. However, enemies will drop spheres. I'm not too sure. We'll have to hop into it itself. But essentially, you choose the higher level difficulty of the dungeon. You clear it. You get better keystones. And the death game mode has now been unlocked, if you were curious. You can now select it when creating a new save file on the save selection screen. Death game mode enables permadeath. If your party falls in battle, your save data is deleted. And there we go. So, at this stage in the game, what's very interesting is I don't actually think there are any official new side quests. Let me just hop in here just to check. Go to another town. There is not any new side quests, except for all of these Augite missions. There's a lot here. On top of that, I still want to figure out, like, we're for sure missing something on the second floor, because there is an entire zone, two entire zones we have not been able to get to, and a chest that we can't grab. And I'm not sure how to get there. Maybe it was Mother Deer. Let me look real quick. So, no, because it would have been like... Yeah, the problem is it's like right here, I think. I might have to do some off-camera exploring just to see if I can figure out how to get that one chest we're missing. Because we actually are... We're only missing one, right? Before we hop into the Augite quests, because I do want to at least show these off, let me go ahead and see if I can figure out how to get over there. There it is. I'm going to be honest, guys. I don't know if this is an oversight in game development or what. Because the problem is there's an obvious path right here. And there's also an obvious path right here. Like, it wants you to go underneath from this zone. But there has never been a chance for us to come over here. I went back and double-checked all the maps. I even have a list of side quests pulled up. And from everything I found, we have completed everything in this game up till this point. And there's no other side quests available to us. So I'm going to try some weird wall glitches here just to see if, like, I can glitch down this. I can't find anybody online mentioning this chest. I can't find... there's definitely chests that people have asked about, but I have not found any talking about this one. So I'm going to give it a couple more shots, see if I can figure anything out. But guys, this might just be a chest that maybe is available in a DLC later, because people are speculating we're going to get some sort of DLC. I'm not sure. So let me give it a couple tries, just falling off the edge here. See if I can manage to, like, clip on the wall. And if I can, that's good. So I found a forum on the Steam page for this game talking about this this chest, and everybody has pretty much confirmed that you cannot get over there by natural means. However, there is apparently a glitch you can do right here. I did it wrong there, but I don't know if it's been patched out or if it's just like the just the Steam version of the game, but apparently if you blink just right, you can actually get right here to an area you're not supposed to get to. Blink across this, and if you're extremely careful, this is so stupid. How did it make it in this game? Oh my god, you can reach the only chest we haven't found. But guys, it's a healing potion for 100 HP. The most basic healing potion in the game. And that's all it was. And there's nothing else here. People are assuming this was either cut content or this will be added in some sort of expansion or DLC later. That chest obviously is not meant to have a 100 HP potion in it. Now, the unfortunate part is I'm stuck over here. However, I do believe we could end the game and just get back quick. I just noticed this. The severing kill animation, you can turn it off. I would have turned that off so long ago. That had to have been added later. Isn't there like an anti-stuck thing you can do? Tutorial. Information. No. Could have sworn there's like an anti-stuck you can do. Is it in pouch? No. Is it here?
Looks like we have the upper hand.
Dude. When was this added? Oh my god. When was this added? This is not since base game, dude. That's not... I'm
Ready to go? Let's try here next.
There's no way that's been in the game this whole time. It's been in the game since the very beginning, guys. Why? We're 40 episodes in. I know some of you guys comment on stuff. I know some of you guys comment things that are like super easy, and maybe it's not you guys watching this Let's Play, but I know there's plenty of you that comment to tell me I'm wrong. I've had people in this series comment about things that could help me, like the blink talisman during boss fights and using it as like dashing around. And nobody told me you can fast travel back to your checkpoint for 40 episodes. I can't blame you. I should have saw it. The amount of times I've opened my map. And realistically, there aren't too many times where it's useful to teleport back to your checkpoint. Because most of the time you're just making linear progress, or I cut it out of the video. But man, I missed so much. So, let's talk about the Black Iron Palace. This is the true final mission of the game. This, as you can see in the bottom right corner, is recommended level 200. It is not recommended to do this until you're level 200 or using not a glitch, not an exploit, but there are ways to make it easier. But what I want to do is I want to show off each of these side quests. Now, obviously these are dungeons, but they will probably not all be included in this episode because I at least want to show off like the mechanics of the dungeon, as well as showing off what all the different stones can get you. So let's just go down the list, starting with the blue augite. And you can see here, it's going to give us different levels. All the way from level 1, which is 60 or above, to level 10, which is 150 or above. One thing that I would recommend you do, unless you want to be grinding forever, and this is something I will be doing as much as it pains me to do so, you can come into your gameplay settings and you can change the difficulty. We've played majority of the game on normal mode. However, if you have any interest in getting this done without grinding for a very long time, I've seen people say it can take 8 to 10 hours to hit level 200 and to get like the best augites possible or the best stones possible. Don't be afraid to change your difficulty. So here we go. We're starting with the blue augite. We're going to hop in at level 2. Even though we are playing on a higher difficulty, I still want to hop in at level 2. And what I will probably do is as we're leveling up, I will just take us up to whatever the next highest tier is. So once we're level 70, we'll go up to 80. Once we're at 80, we'll go up to 90. And we'll play through it that way. So here we are. This is essentially, they say, oh, it's going to be a different dungeon. It's not. It is essentially the exact same dungeon as before, but with a slightly different gameplay loop than it was before. Now, obviously, we don't need to be opening any chests or anything. However, we do want to be running through here and killing all the enemies. We want to level up, and we want to get those stones that they drop. So, because we're on story mode, this is going to be kind of a joke. Honestly, I probably could have taken it down even further since we decreased our difficulty. But our goal here is just to fight as many enemies. So there's our first sphere. We do want to make sure we're picking all those up. And honestly, there's a setting I've wondered if it's in this game this whole time, and I've never bothered checking. This might be the time for me to check. It was never going to be super helpful, but now that we are having to pick up a bunch of spheres scattered around, let me go ahead and I want to see if you can auto pick up. Oh, there was the teleport to us. Dude, that's crazy. Return to checkpoints right there, but there's teleport to safe location. I guess not. I was going to see, because some games let you like auto pick up loot. It's more of like a Diablo or a some Souls games have it too, where you just can auto pick up loot that drops. Does not look like that's the case this time. Spheres do drop from chests, it looks like. And just a reminder, you do not heal. So we are at half HP already, and the quest basically just started. So we do want to be careful as we run through here. Pick up all of you. My goal is to beat the final boss of this game. I think the hardest thing is going to come from the fact that I really only have 3 days to beat the final boss. Reason being, we're only 3 days ahead on this series. So that's just a little thing for you guys. Meaning, typically what I would do is I would, you know, start working on the next What was that? I would start working on the next Let's Play series, right? I could just work on the next series or start filming other things. Like, I do want to do the demo for Trails in the Sky second chapter. And even if it doesn't get uploaded at the time, I can at least start working on it. And then just in my downtime while I'm not doing anything, when I'm off work, when I'm just trying to kill some time, I come in here for a couple hours every day and knock out leveling up. Fortunately, that is not the case this time around because we are not far enough ahead to be able to do that. We already only got 1 level and we've been here for a while. I'll have to say the final boss might be a little bit of... I wouldn't say cheese the final boss because you can't really cheese it, but I might have to use some different strategies to fight the final boss. Because otherwise we could be here for a very, very long time just in this gameplay loop. Now, I actually think this is a gameplay loop that should have been in the game since the beginning. I enjoy roguelike mechanics in games that don't typically have it. And I think if you had had that from the very beginning of these dungeons, it would have made the dungeons a lot more palatable. Just because you'd have like a reason to fight the enemies, getting all these spheres. Maybe not leveling up, because obviously you don't want to be super overpowered going into the main story missions, and that kind of defeats the purpose of the cardinal ranks as well. But like having these spheres that drop, having the upgrades that you can get at the end of the dungeons, letting you grind the dungeons that way if you do want some more loot and stuff, fighting the enemies to give you the spheres, the different upgrades you can use while you're in the dungeon. I just think all this stuff definitely could have been beneficial from the start. I didn't know exactly how it was going to work. I did know that in post-game you unlock these Augurite missions, and I knew they could level you up, and that's basically the only way to level up at this point, because any overworld quests are capped at 60. So, like, this is it. In the end game, if you want to hit level 200, which is the recommended level for the final boss of the game, you're grinding Augurite missions over and over and over again. If you decrease the difficulty to story mode, honestly, you could probably hop into like level 150 pretty early and do it that way and just like get a ton of experience. But here we go. Restores the party's HP. I don't think I need that. No. Grants the party a buff that restores HP upon defeating an enemy. Not bad. Increases the effective HP and SP potions. Using a potion temporarily increases attack and defense. Also solid. Reduces damage taken by the party. I think grab that one. That's going to cost 3 of our 15 spheres. And we'll get the HP buff. And we'll grab the potion power. Those will also, I believe, be stronger as you do higher... Ooh, okay, yeah, we're fine. If you do higher level missions, I think those buffs just become better as well. There's not like rarities on them. You saw there was like blue and green. I think that just dictates the kind of effect it's going to have. So like blue are buffs, green are healing, I think, and so on. You'll also notice there isn't a midpoint boss. We are straight into the second floor of the dungeon. I believe the dungeons do have more floors now this time around, but at every checkpoint, instead of being able to heal, fully heal and restore your potions and like reset the zone and everything, you can now... Ooh boy, that got dangerous there. You can now get the buffs, so go away. We want to defeat the enemy so we get our heals going. One thing that does raise the question of, though, because it's still probably not worth fighting all these enemies, can you refresh the enemies or not? Because the enemies typically refresh when you rest at a checkpoint. But if you can't rest... Oh, I guess you do technically rest. You just don't heal. Like, you still... I don't think you sit down, but you, like, activate the checkpoint, so maybe that resets all the enemies. We're going to open any chests we run through just to get these stones. I am very familiar with these roguelike mechanics in non-roguelike games, so I do know how strong they can make you. And the game, essentially, when it gives you these dungeons, anticipates you doing it, so... We do want to make use of this system here. And this is actually one you don't just want to blow off, because if you do, you'll probably won't be strong enough to finish the dungeon, especially if you are trying to do it on harder difficulties in order to get better XP rewards. As you can see, well, we'll look once we've run through the entire floor, because we leveled up basically at the end of the last floor. You definitely want to be targeting these elites, though. If anything, just for the increased XP. Ooh, definitely want to try to conserve our health crystals while making more use of the healing potions. Just because the healing potions, we can technically roll some more in this dungeon and like get them to drop from enemies, get them to drop from chests. We cannot get any from... We can't rest and recover any of them. Honestly, it might even be worth, just because we have it, might even be worth using our bombs to grab these chests so we pass. Lost Oblivion, look at that. Oh, that is a brand new greatsword. Hold on. Right? Greatsword. Wow, causes explosions which deal damage that scales with attack and inflict burn stacks when jumping heavy attacks are used. That's crazy. If it wasn't for the fact that I can pretty effectively spam my SP at this stage, or with this sword, that might be worth considering using, just because that is a very fun effect, giving burning stacks and causing explosions that all scale with your attack stat. Could be pretty solid. Now, it says scaling with attack. I don't know if that technically means it scales with dex, because strength is what impacts, like, your raw attack. I'm sure it just means, like, scales with the damage you would do. Okay, we want to keep going north here. This is, like, the most we will ever explore in a dungeon is right here in the post-game. And, like, this is just what my life's gonna be, trying to grind up to, ooh, boy. Trying to grind up to level 100 or level 200. I probably won't grind the entire way, but I'll probably try to at least hit level 100. And obviously I won't show all that on camera just because you guys don't need to see me grind the dungeons over and over again. But I do want to show off all the different stones and like what they do and the differences in them. Just in case you guys do decide to go deep into this post game. There's a lot you can do. I mean, honestly, I'll basically go till I can beat the final boss, even if it requires me to delay posting the final episode just because of the amount of time it takes. but I will show off the final boss and like the final cutscene you get. It's just gonna be a lot of dungeon grinding. So through one floor, and we did just make it straight to the end, we gained not even half a level. It's like a quarter of a level. I do not believe you get more or less XP based on well, I guess, are we at level? We're only 3 levels below, so that could be part of the problem. But you don't get more or less XP based on the difficulty. It might be worth getting an XP buff, though. Like an XP EX mod, just to help out with that. I get a secondary greatsword that we use for just farming XP. All right, what do we have here? Restores the party's HP. How are we looking? We're fine. Grants the party a buff that temporarily increases damage dealt after activating a slash. Increase the effect of HP and SP potions. Sure, I'll do that again. It's not bad. Increase the party's normal attack speed. Broken. And then we'll grab the... grants the party a buff that temporarily increases damage when using a sword skill. We don't need to heal. We're fine. Activate the next barrier. I'm going to guess probably 3 barriers per zone. Man, you know what? It actually might be worth hopping into 150 and just do your best. Like, knowing you probably won't clear it, but just literally try your best to clear it in order to get XP. Like, just fight everything you come across. Being ready to burn items, burn potions. Because even a couple kills at 150, when they're that high of a level compared to you, probably a good amount of XP, honestly. Now, you can also see the amount of, like, the ad density we have now. It's kind of absurd. Like, it is a good bit of these guys as we're running through here. Pick up some more of our stones. We're not going to go out of our way for any chests, but we will for sure pick up any that we are, like, near. Just for that chance at the spheres. It reminds me a lot of... I can't remember the game mode. I don't know if I've talked about this much on this channel. I think I've mentioned it a few times, but I was big into Destiny 2 up until like a year and a half ago. And there was a game mode. It was one of the limited time seasonal events that I think is now back permanently, but like randomly rolled or whatever, where you went through a little area collecting money as you like broke pots and killed enemies and stuff. And then after each floor, you would spend it on buffs. And then you go to the next floor and you went like through 4 floors, constantly getting buffs. And there's different tiers of the upgrades that you could buy with different amounts of points. This reminds me a lot of that, just in a more action RPG style as opposed to a shooter style. Well, this really sucks. We're not going to get any more spheres than what we already have, because this is... if it's the same pattern it typically is, this is the end of the floor, so... yep, it's right there, or at least the end of the area. See if we'll get any more from you guys. Fighting some of the like, ancient shroomin. Got a sphere there. Ball you. Probably should try the health restoration one when I know I'm almost at the boss. Just to see if it fully regens the health crystals. I don't know if it would, though. And here we are. I'm guessing this is probably the end. 3 floors seems like a lot. But I don't know. I mean, when you see the spheres in the like tutorial menu, that had like 12 buffs on it. It had a lot. Unless that was a different screenshot and I just assumed it was the sphere buffs. But it was a lot. So, I mean, this could be 4 or 5 floors deep. Let's see what we got here. This is going to be fully restore HP. Yep. We got grants a party a buff that inflicts burn, freeze, and poison on hit. That's probably burn, freeze, and poison. Fully replenishes the party's healing crystal charges. How many am I at? We're probably fine. You know what? Burn, freeze, and poison on hit seems broken. And then... yeah. Upgrade this again. 3 times now we've picked that up. I wish I would have got a couple more just so we could have grabbed the replenish my crystals, but we're going to be applying 3 status effects. That could be super fun to get into if we want to do an elemental build again. or status effect build. And we're going to be getting 3 buffs on our potion use. There are 4 floors minimum. This is crazy. Search for the keystones. There's a chance that it goes on forever and like the keystones are just a randomly rolled thing from a chest. And I'm missing the point, like, idea here. I doubt it, but like, there's a chance, man. We're just gonna use Aegil here just because there's a ton of enemies around me. Hopefully the AoE is pretty large. I think it is. If it isn't, I forgot Aegil's been on... He's been on Switch this whole time. He's not even at, like, his full strength where he can just start one-shotting enemies. Don't really care about any of this. Did I not get a single... sphere drop there? There's one right over here. It's the green ones. Open you for... Dude, this one's always locked. I genuinely don't think there's been a time it hasn't been. No. Oh, this guy comes in and he's facing me as soon as he spawned, too. Come here, you. Goodbye. I mean, there's nothing I can do, right? It didn't count as a kill because it fell off the edge, unfortunately. But I couldn't have done anything about it. It was gone, so... Yeah, I see you guys. Come here. Scatter and be gone. Big heavy attack. There we go. And jump. Gets rid of the bear. Good stuff, Aegil. Man. Yeah, keeping him on just attack whenever is definitely the way to go. Just because... Dude, we both inflict burn so fast. This is a burning guy too. That's so sick. Just because if he gets all 5 of his stacks up and he just does a heavy attack or a sword skill on a elite, he honestly, if he does it in a group of enemies, because I think he has an AoE skill, he just does so good. Okay, well, this one's gonna be a little bit annoying. Open with you. Aegil, pull aggro for me real quick, because I am out of SP. Then let's just do this. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. There we go. There's my sword skill. Perfect. Dude, he's so strong. I genuinely don't know. He might be the best party member. There's probably a tier list out there. Well, I was going to say there's probably a tier list, but not enough people are playing this game. But I'm sure somebody's made a tier list of party members. He's got to be number 1. Like, just his draw range, the fact that he can draw aggro, his AoE for killing enemies, and the fact that, and it is just like, that's him, that's his kit, but then the fact that he has access to just a really strong weapon that's good at clearing ads, I think just makes him better than Muso. Muso is really strong. I think he would probably be number 2, in my opinion, because we've tested out all of them. His invincibilities are really cool. It can probably save you in a good amount of fights. And then there's like Argo, who can see chests. But that's really it. I mean, early game Iori's definitely the way to go because that free healing when you don't have enough HP or healing crystals or potions yourself. Just having a free heal between fights or during a fight is really solid. But I think she falls off pretty hard when you have too much HP to heal up from her area. All right, we don't need the free heal. Increases the party status, element, resistance, and infliction rate. Jeez. Reduces the cooldown time and SP cost of sword skills. Grants the party increased attack and defense while they have remaining healing crystal uses. Well, I'm for sure going to pick up the sword skill. I don't think I care that much about status ailments, but in more attack and damage at the start of these fights, I think it's really strong. I do wish... Honestly, going into an Elementalist build again could be a lot of fun. Just getting a weapon that inflicts burn, or honestly any status effect, burn, freeze, or poison, hopping in here and just picking up all these elemental buffs. I think you do some really fun things, especially with the gloves that like make it so you deal more damage. Please be the end. This is a little bit different. Bottom chamber. Yes, it is. Okay, we're here on the final floor. We're going into a fight with 3 elites. Oh, 4 elites. I see it back there. I think technically the Shroomin Queen is the boss. I guess she is because that's the what we're seeing. But honestly, Egil, open with your aggro here. We want to try to get rid of each of these elites before we do anything else. You remember the Shroomin Queen has that stupid attack where she'll shoot, like, the waves out at you. That attack sucks. On top of that, we also have the regular Shroomin, who is going to try to blind us again. Oh, no, that's not the Shroomin Queen. This is the death. Oh, no, this is a multi-enemy fight, huh? This is the death, instant death one, so definitely want to be careful here. Different one than I thought it was. Let's move away. I want to use a healing potion to get that increased damage after health usage. Wrathful Teeth, though, is this a brand new type of elite that we haven't seen before? It might be, because he looks like he's a fire-based one instead of a death one, like the other one was. Okay, on to phase 3. That is cool they saved a unique elite for this final fight, though. I don't know what that thing is, and I'm not going to find out. Blitz it down, and here we go. That's a Wrathful Teeth defeated. And there we go. We get another arbitrator. And then we get some coal and some other stuff. But it looks like for the very first time, we can run to the back of the dungeon. And we can finally get our chest. Every time we've had these dungeons, there's been nothing past here, and the mission just ends. Here we go. This should be our stone. Blue stone. We'll pick it up. And from the blue augite, which is a repeatable quest, we only leveled up one time. I just want that to be noted. Only one level up from that entire thing. The spheres go away. And upon returning, I mean, that's the gameplay loop, right? We go back to our main... Nope, we go back to the chest. We hop in here. We go to our equipment. The sacred tree brooch. And we get a level 2 blue stone. So, level is obviously based off what tier you beat it at. And what the blue stone does is it increases the character's HP, SP, and stamina. Ideally, what you would do is you get like the level 2s, and then that increases it by a lot. And then you'd run back through and level up, getting all the other stones, and then you'd end up going back for like tier 4, and then tier 6, and then tier 7, and 8, and 9. And that's the gameplay loop. Now, unfortunately, guys, that is really it. That is the post-game. I could sit here, and one thing I am going to regret, what I'm about to say, is that was technically a unique boss. If we go to our database here, first time we've been to our database in a long time. Go to monsters. We go down here to the Wrathful Teeth. That is a brand new type of boss. For that reason alone, I want to show off every single one of these augites. But guys, we could be here for so long just grinding augites that each augite could realistically be its own episode. And I know you guys don't want to see it. I don't want to have to sit here and do that. So I think in the next episode, we will go fight the final boss. But I think I will also, between episodes, go ahead and just grind one of every augite minimum just to show it off. One thing I do want to do here is we got the Lost Oblivion. Oh, this is the one we just got. Cool. I didn't actually know we got that blueprint. But that's that blueprint for like the cool heavy slam attack one. I wanted to see if there's anything else we can do. Like, it's still maxed plus 20. Yeah, it doesn't seem like there's anything else for us to do in the game except for go grind the augites. So I think we'll go ahead and get my vitality up, get a little bit more SP, And with that, guys, I think we're going to go ahead and wind things down here. There is only really one more episode left in the series. It's going to be to beat the final boss. So, between this episode and the final episode, I'll go ahead and at least go grab one of every single Augurite, try to get my level to over 100, and I'll show off the Augurite as well as all the different bosses that were in the Augurite dungeons, at least showing you guys in the database if there was anything notable, and then we'll take on the final boss in the next episode. So, I will see you guys then.